Every Igbo child is my son. He is my son. He has been incarcerated for so many months. And I have reviewed the matter very critically. Many Igbos have reviewed the matter very critically. And we are of the opinion that Nnamdi Kanu doesn't deserve the type of punishment it's being given. Nnamdi Kanu, like all youths in Nigeria, expressed their unhappiness because they believe they lack opportunities. They believe there is discrimination. They believe that things are not the way they should go. They are not happy. So it's not only Nnamdi Kanu, and this is not the first time. Let's go back into history. And you see, we have been talking about the structuring of this country. And I want to take this opportunity again to call Tinubu to take a serious look, an immediate look into the structuring of this country. Until this country is structured to enable people to develop within their capacity, within their potentials, so that people should in fact be able to harvest and exploit God-given potentials in their places. And then the power of federal government should be reduced. The federative units should be given more power. This has been clear in 1914 when Nigeria was amalgamated. It was clear to everybody that Nigeria was not a republic of one nation, but a federation of many nations. So it's a federal republic with many nations. All the various ethnic nationalities had their culture, had their history, had their idiosyncrasies. And it was clear to all of us. And all through history, where you have such people, you normally work in a federation. For example, the Great Britain. In Great Britain, is comprised Scotland, comprised Ireland, comprised Wales, and comprised England. They are working together. Our founding fathers were sensible enough to adopt a federal constitution. The military changed it. This problem has been on. When Britain wanted us to have independence in 1957, the North said no, they won't accept it. In fact, at that particular time, if Awolowo and Zik, who were leaders of this eastern, south, and southern Nigeria, had agreed, because there were three regions, northern region, western region, and eastern region. If any two of them had agreed, they would get it by 1957. Well, we didn't. In fairness to Awolowo was very keen on it. But it was Zik who actually played the mediatory role and said we should carry the North along with us. That time, North was shouting, Araba, Araba. That means they wanted to secede. They said that they cannot. And then we had to have it by 1960. Even by 1960, we had a federal constitution which gave every region, then three regions, north, east, and west, level of autonomy. All these regions had their high commission in Britain. They operated. And in fact, at that time, Eastern Nigeria operated very well. We were described Eastern Nigeria as probably one of the fastest growing economies south of Sahara. Now, even before then, even after independence, we had other problems. We had Izigboro. Izigboro demanded for Niger Delta. Eventually, he succeeded, in fact. Eventually, Nigerians absorbed him into Nigerian army. In fact, he fought in Nigerian army. And I think he died fighting as a Nigerian soldier during the Civil War. Now, the Civil War, for example, was again due to restructuring. Ojukwu didn't want to break away from Nigeria. Igbos didn't want to break away. In Aburi, what Ojukwu discussed with Gowon was restructuring of Nigeria to make it easier for Igbos to live in the country. But when they all agreed, but when Gowon came to Nigeria, we were made to understand that Nigerians were advised not to accept it, because restructuring it means giving the rich oil area to eastern Nigeria, and they're very rich. So they repeated it. I still remember in Biafra, everybody had a vest. On Aburi we stand. On Aburi we stand. That on Aburi we stand didn't mean that we were succeeding. It's that we want to be Nigerians. But with the restructured Nigeria, eventually that failed, and it led to civil war, where we in Igbo land lost over 3 million people.
So, Mr. Mayor,
yes, I'm coming, I'm rounding up.
Okay.
I'm rounding up, listen. I'm telling you the background. Now, the point about it is, I'm only telling you why anybody, today, the Yorubas are asking for secession. Today, you have they're asking for the Oduduwa, and of course, they have infrastructure very well developed. Even the Jaws are asking for it. Even the Middle Belt. So the point about it, the only solution is not only the Igbos. People think it's only Igbos. The only solution to this is restructuring. I think it has to be done quickly. NNAMDI KANU, I haven't seen any. They have been cleared by the court. The High Court have been declared him. The Supreme Court has cleared him. I don't understand why he's being held. You see, I don't see why somebody who is being held. We are appealing to the government, because today is no more a judicial issue. It's a political issue. We in Igbo land, and I'm speaking for Igbos, we believe that this matter is not political. We don't want people to talk about going through the court process. Court process can last the next 5 years. That means our son will be in prison for 5 years or so. I think this is a political matter, and I want the president to use political power to get him released. When I go in there, first of all, ask me the purpose. The purpose is that we are not in support. We have a group